and thanks for joining us on Encore. Coming up on today's show, we meet the man who's become the pin-up of Poldark. Actor Aidan Turner made his name on the television series. Now he's even being tipped as the next James Bond. The Big Apple sends us the best in contemporary dance. New York City Ballet's here in Paris for a summer spell. And the French rockers who spend their downtime down on the farm. Inspector Cluzo's musicians mix rock and roll with part-time agricultural activity. He's known as the dashing Ross Poldark to fans of the British historical series, but he's also been a hobbit and a vampire in previous roles. Irish actor Aidan Turner has become something of a small-screen pin-up, and he's tipped for very big things, with some people whispering the name James Bond next to his own. France 24's Jeannie Godula sat down with him in Monte Carlo.
My guest today is Aidan Turner, someone who knows this weather well because he's Irish.
Yeah, we'd call this fierce mild. This is fierce mild back home. Beautiful, beautiful weather.
Aidan, we'll talk about Poldark in just a moment, but I want to have a word about the fans. Look at these people who've turned out in the pouring rain to see you.
I know.
How's that make you feel?
I'm feeling a lot of things. I feel sorry for them a little bit. I feel a little bit sorry that it's raining. But look, they're all happy faces. Look at the happy faces.
All right, let's talk a bit more specifically about Poldark.
Yeah.
So in this show, you play Ross Poldark, a mine owner in 18th century England.
Yeah.
What drew you to that role? Why did you want to play that part?
I mean, from the first read, you get that it's the real deal. It just makes sense. It's good writing, great character, complex character. He's layered. The relationship with the other characters in the story work. It just seemed like the right thing to do. I mean, there wasn't a moment when I thought there's something not working here, or maybe I can't pull it off. Everything just seemed to click into place, which is kind of rare. You know, as an actor, you come across scripts now and again where you think I could give this a bash, but
some think him arrogant.
Damn your stubbornness, boy. What possible reason is there to stay?
The first season was such a massive success in the UK. I think some 7 million people watched that first
8 million,
weekend.
yeah.
8 million.
Give or take, yeah.
Were you one of those 8 million? Did you see the first episode?
I didn't. Oh, I watched the first episode, but not as it went out live. I'd
Why?
seen it with the producers. I'm not very good at watching myself. This is all fake. I pretend to be happy and delighted with myself, but I'm not really. Repressed.
No, but do you get anxious, nervous watching yourself on screen?
Yeah, a little bit. I just see flaws. I see the problems, and I see maybe the takes that I thought I did better that aren't in it. So I'm annoyed at the editor or the producers or somebody, instead of being just, pissed at myself for getting it wrong.
I have to ask you about that scene, that infamous scene, the scene that was named TV Moment of the Year with the National Television Awards.
Oh, the one with Demelza's dress when he takes the... Oh, when they go to bed together for the first...
That scene, no, the scything scene.
The scything scene.
Scything scene. For those of you who haven't seen the show, there's this incredible shirtless scene, which many have described as a Mr. Darcy moment for British period drama.
Hot.
Is that what they were going for when they rubbed you up with the makeup for that scene?
Whoa, nice choice of words. No, you know what, honestly, I got asked this question today too. It was just a normal scene for us. There's so much going on in that scene, I mean, Elizabeth is riding up to tell Ross that she loves him, and Judd is telling me there's problems with the mine. Jim Carter, this guy I stand up for in court. There's a lot going on there, and Ross is just scything away. For me, it was a regular scene. We didn't think it was going to be what it was. At one stage, I think it was my choice, actually, to take my top off.
You got yourself into this.
I think I got myself semi-naked in that. It just made sense.
Has it gotten to the point, I mean, here, this fan turnout is relatively calm for you, we have to say. Has it ever gotten to a point where the attention is too much, where you just want to say, get that phone out of my face, please?
No, people are really sweet. People are really nice. I have any fans that I meet are just, they're top, you know, they're top drawer. And they're lovely, and they do things like wait out in the rain for you and say sweet things, and no, they're all lovely. I don't get sick of it, no.
There are some crazy things, though. I saw there was once a Twitter account from your hair.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, from my hair or for my hair.
Something.
Something like that. Yeah, some of it gets a bit weird. Some of it is slightly odd. But you know, that's them's the breaks. You know, if your hair has a Twitter account, it's more than I have. I don't have a Twitter account. My hair does.
Before Poldark, you also made your name in the Hobbit trilogy, playing Killy. What was it like that time shooting in New Zealand? It seemed like it must have been such an intense, wonderful experience.
It was intense and wonderful, and really long. I mean, we were there for about 2.5 years. It was an experience kind of like no other. I mean, I knew it was going to be amazing. When you sign up for The Hobbit and you go over to make 3 movies, and with Peter Jackson and with all these brilliant actors, you know it's going to be special, and it wasn't disappointing.
Feely.
And Keely.
At your service.
On Poldark, we have less money. You know, you'll often pick up, if there's a breakable bottle, say, for a scene, we have to, say, smash it over somebody's head. You'll have a whisper in the ear going, we have only 2 of those left, you know? So you'll rehearse doing a fake one. I mean, that doesn't exist on some of these bigger budgets.
Well, now you're doing Poldark Season 2 coming up. Yeah. Anything you can tell us about what we can expect?
Look, it's not a great time for Ross Poldark. I mean, at the end of Series 1, we pick up Series 2 where 1 ends in real time. He's at the side of the cliff. He's being arrested for murder and inciting a riot and smuggling and all sorts. You know, himself and Mel's have just lost a child, Julia. His company has failed. They're broke. You kind of feel like it's as low as they can go. We're lucky. We have a really strong cast, you know. Nobody lets us down. There's some great actors in it. Great story. And we're we're going to love it. We're going to love it.
Aidan Turner, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Cheers.
What's your name?
Demelza Karn.
Ross Poldark.
Paris's cultural calendar is making a shift at the moment and marking its 12th consecutive summer dance season. This year, the guests of honour are the New York City Ballet Company. They're bringing the best of the Big Apple to the French capital. It's an opportunity to see some of the now classic creations of Georges Balanchine, the company's founder, like his take on Tchaikovsky, as well as more modern favourites such as West Side Story. We spoke to dancer Savannah Lowry, who started out in the company some 14 years ago and has never looked back.
It's my first job. It's the only job I've ever had. It's my dream job. It's been wonderful at times. It's been heartbreaking at times. We all go through injuries and ups and downs. It's been a roller coaster, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I don't know what I'll do when I can't do it anymore. It's kind of everything right now.
Don't give up the day job. That's what many bands hear when they're starting out in the music industry. But what if you could combine 2 careers, music and farming? One French band has pulled it off. The members of Inspector Cluzo are rocking on stage at night. By day, they're working on a goose farm. Julia Seeger has this report on a very eccentric group.
When the Inspector Cluzo are on stage, the crowd is on fire. In Japan and South Korea, they've become rock stars. They now tour worldwide, 800 concerts in 44 different countries. But when they're back from their music tour, they put on a whole different show.
We came back at around midnight, and at 6 I had to start stuffing the geese. That was tough.
The 2 men bought this farm in 2013. Here they produce and cultivate everything they can.
We quickly came to the conclusion that to be able to eat well, we had to make it ourselves.
At first we were just musicians, and now the farming activity is becoming more important, so it's now half and half.
The rock farmers make a good living from their music. But on the local marketplace at Mont-de-Marsan, the Cluzo sell records next to their foie gras and duck confit.
I'm a huge fan. We've been following them since the beginning. We can see it's possible to have a crazy rock star life and at the same time be a Gascon farmer.
It's awesome rock. A little bit of a metal touch, and at the same time, it's from here.
Their music is homemade, just like their products.
People see us as real French people from the land. Japanese people like French people, but even more so those who make Armagnac, Roquefort.
When they're on the road, their neighbor takes care of the farm.
It's funny to see musicians start another career as farmers. And yes, they really are farmers. They have it in them, that's for sure.
Today, Inspector Cluzo is one of France's most popular band abroad.
We're finishing with some elaborate, exclusive and very expensive creations from Paris's fashion front line. The haute couture shows have been giving us a glimpse of what's to come from the big designers. Chanel, Dior, Versace, they've all been strutting their stuff. We'll leave you with a taste of those trends. Remember, you can get more arts and culture news on our website. You can also keep up with Encore on social media. There's more news coming up on France 24 after this.
That's right.